So I've just landed back at Sackville. We did a navigation exercise today, over to Fenland and then to Deenethorpe. The navigation was spot on, although some of my flying skills have atrophied a little bit since I haven't been flying for 5 weeks. So the final landing back into Sackville was alright, although the touch and go at Deenethorpe was a bit rough. And I didn't even make the approach into Fenland. I was just like way too high. As I mentioned, my navigation was spot on, so it's put me into the right area here. But once you get close to the field, there's a new problem. It just looks like any other field. Can you spot Fenland? Gotcha. I've skipped forward a little bit here to the turn onto base. This is where things start to go a little bit wrong. So see if you can spot the mistake. One thing you always hear pilots talk about is getting ahead of the airplane. And as I'm a little bit out of practice, I'm not in this case. So really I should have put my flaps down on the base leg. I suddenly realise I'm final, so I have to pull up to reduce the speed so I can deploy the flaps. But this obviously gains me some height. I was already too high to begin with, to be honest, and it's knocked me off the glide path. I then engage in a half-hearted side slip to try lose some height. This is where you fly the aircraft sideways to increase drag. It's clear I'm not going to get down. I want to be touching down where I am now. That's shocking. So on to Deenethorpe. This time my height's okay, but I'm not in the centre line. I basically started turning in too soon, and now I'm having to make my way across onto the centre line. Really, I should have gone around at this point, so I could set myself back up again. But I decided to persist. This wasn't that great, as I'm not perfectly straight when I land, so it adds stress to the wheels. I needed a little more right rudder just before I hit the ground. But hey, it's a landing. Now back up to Sackville. If you've watched my other videos, you would have seen this approach a couple of times now. It's quite an exciting approach, but I'm used to it now. I remember the first time I did it, I could actually hear my breathing over the intercom, and it actually steamed my glasses up as well, which wasn't great. Extra difficulty and all that, but this landing wasn't too bad. The cones at the end mark the threshold. You want to land quite close to it at Sackville, especially in a microlight, as there are a number of tractor ruts that run across the strip. They can sometimes boot you back up into the air. As it's such a nice day out, I decided to go for a hike afterwards. I've actually come to the woods which are behind the airfield for a walk. It's really nice woods. Although one thing you wonder is why there's like so much concrete on the floor. And the reason was that in World War II, this was one of the 5 forward filling stations for mustard gas. So actually 1,500 tonnes of mustard gas at this site. There's several fenced off areas in the woods like this where they used to incinerate the mustard gas for disposal. So these areas might be particularly high in concentration. One thing I really like now is seeing jet trails back in the sky. It's obviously been a tough 2 years for all commercial pilots, so it's good to see them up and about again. I'm just us people who do it for fun. I'm just on about 8.5k of my walk, and I've just come around this corner here, and the pilot who flew after me, he's just flown over my head going back into Sackville. Couldn't make it up. So that was a really fantastic morning. It's really great to be up in the sky again after 5 weeks being grounded. It's quite hard to make my work time align with the weather at the moment. It's been non-stop, like super heavy winds for the last couple of weeks. and the days where it has died down, I haven't been able to get the time off of work. So thanks for your patience in between videos. And again, if you did like this video, please do like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.